Hi, I'm Samantha Mowat. I'm a clairvoyant psychic and a contactee, and tonight I'd like to teach you how to do something that really brings me a great deal of pleasure and joy. A very long time ago, when I was going to school on craft, I had the pleasure of meeting this really interesting male hybrid one time. And when I came into his vicinity, it was kind of cool because he was talking to me about crystals and about the vibrations contained within them. It was really interesting because he had a whole bunch of different crystals on this table in front of me, and I got super excited and super giddy because I was looking at like, ooh, yay, rocks, crystals, I'm so happy. And so anyways, he taught me to do something really fun. He was teaching me psychometry, which is something that most psychics do to one extent or another. But when you're going to a psychic and they're asking for you to put your hands over top of theirs, it's not because they're hitting on you, it's because they want to have your energetic body merging into their own so they can get a really clear read on you. And so that's also why sometimes when you go see a psychic or a medium or anyone who really does a lot of energy work, especially if they're trying to read into something regarding the past or the future, they'll ask for a personal possession of yours or someone else's that you want a clear read on. And it's just to help them tap into the vibrational frequency that is being emitted by that person or that situation. And so anyways, when I was on craft, this gentleman, he told me how each crystal contains a life essence, how it contains a vibrational frequency, and sometimes within crystals, you'll find they are better at tapping into the vibrational frequency of specific types of beings or specific locations or periods in time, and it all depends upon the crystal itself. And so anyways, I remember this man passing me a crystal and explained how different types of crystals, in particular specific crystals, like let's say I was holding this rainbow crystal quartz, it would contain a different vibrational frequency than my large rainbow crystal quartz, which is right over there. And the reason being is each crystal has its own personal vibration to it. Although they have a general frequency that all the crystals of the same kind are emitting, they'll still have a minor personal difference, allowing for them to vibrate at that rate. And so what he had taught me to do was to take crystals in my hand and to hold them. And he was teaching me how to notice what happens to your frequency when you have a crystal in your palm. He asked me to place my hands over top of the crystal and to really feel it, and to feel what happens to the auric system when I have a crystal contained now within my aura and with my body touching it. And it's really interesting because when I put the crystal down and I just put it on its little stand, I can still feel the vibration from the crystal kind of pulsating out towards me, but when you have the crystal being held on your body and you're feeling it within your own aura, it can have its own frequency coming into yours, starting to influence your auric body. So I want for you to go get a couple crystals or get a few plants or go get 3 objects. It really doesn't matter what. You just need 3 very different items. Preferably, make it so that maybe 1 or 2 of the items is yours and 1 is someone else's, because the item that belongs to someone else will have a different vibrational frequency. And if you don't have access to 3 items that are of completely different vibrations, maybe go for a walk in the woods or for a walk down your street and see if you can find a really interesting rock or a stick or whatever, just something with a different vibrational energy. And so what you're going to do is you're going to grab the first one and you're going to place it on your hand and you're going to feel it. So with this crystal, when its vibration is coming into my auric field, I can feel it changing my aura in the sense that it doesn't feel as fast as the rainbow quartz did. It feels like it's more of like a steady pulsing coming through. It feels like this crystal really needs to be cleared, like it's absorbed a lot of energy into it, and like its frequency is not as high as it should be. And so, although it is amethyst and is more of a higher vibrational crystal, I can tell as I hold it that it's sending energy up into my body, going up towards my crown chakra and my third eye chakra, and that energy is just kind of swirling around and going back through. It's not going through my hand per se, up my body into my crown. It feels like it's around my hand area and just kind of like a cloud coming upwards. So it's very important to pay attention to how you feel that energy when you're holding on to it. What's interesting around this crystal is when I feel it, it does have this sense of calmness to it. It makes me want to go into more of a meditative type state. It really does have this strong foundation of connecting into higher frequencies and higher realms. Now, when I put that crystal down and I go to a completely different crystal or stone altogether, this one that has two really interesting little circles on it. It's one of my favorite rocks ever. Putting this one in my hand and now feeling the frequency coming up from this one, it feels like the woods to me. When I hold it in my hand, it has this strong connection to nature, like it enjoys the sunshine, like it enjoys the animal. I can feel the imprinted energy of it from where it was near the woods and where it was really on top of the earth, rather than contained within the earth like the amethyst energy had. The amethyst energy had like this kind of like energy of like envelopment around it where it was very cozy and secure, whereas this one feels like it's got that fluctuating energy going around it. It almost feels like it comes outward towards my body. It doesn't go to any specific chakra or any specific part of my body. It feels like the energy of this crystal is just kind of moving throughout this general vicinity. Now, when I feel the colors that's coming out of this one, it actually has a tremendous amount of green energy coming out of it. And that was part of what this being was teaching me to do, was to recognize my body's natural response to the energetic vibrations being emitted by specific crystals as they were contained within my own auric field, in order to help teach me how crystals and crystalline energy impacts the way my body reacts and my body's response to it. I love that one. And now this one, when I pick up the crystal, rainbow crystal quartz, and I feel its energy, it is one that I feel most comfortable holding. Although I love the other two stones, this is the one that feels the most at ease to me. And it's not just because it's round and I can rock it back and forth in my hands. It's because this one is really good for scrying, and it's one that I've infused a lot of higher vibrational connection energy with. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize about stones in particular when you hold them is you can actually start to take some of your auric field and embed it into the stone, or you can ask your spirit guides and angels to help connect in to you on a deeper capacity through different stones. Oh goodness, okay, so my battery's about to die. I'll further explain this at a later date, but it was lovely talking to you. And when you're done with your crystals, please wish them love, please give them thanks, and I hope you have a beautiful night. Peace, love, and light. Bye.